One easy way to evaluate somebody's gut health is by just looking at their stool. So today I want to share a little bit about the Bristol Stool chart, or otherwise known as the poop chart, as you can see right here. So we have 7 types on the poop chart and then a couple of subtypes. Let's go through the top and the bottom of the chart and talk a little bit about what this might mean. Now, there are laboratory tests that you can get done on your stool to help evaluate it, to better give us some more indicators of what might be going on further up in the gut. It is important to know that certainly our gut, spanning really from our mouth to our anus, is our gastrointestinal tract. But just one stool sample, it can give us some clues, but it also might not tell us everything about what's going on in our small intestine or higher up. So it's really just meant as another tool for information to kind of pull together with all the symptoms somebody's having, as well as kind of looking at their stool on a day-to-day basis, because as you guys know, that can and does change day to day. So let's look at the Bristol Stool chart here. On the top, you see we have really hard, small pellets, so constipation. The extreme cases is people who go days or even weeks without having a bowel movement. The longest I've heard of was a couple weeks when I was working in the intensive care unit at a hospital. This fella did not go stool for a couple weeks, and we're really using some aggressive measures at that point. And then the bottom of it is liquid, just liquid diarrhea. We've had clients at Oswald Digestive Clinic with this too, where they're just having liquid stool all day, every day for weeks on end. Sometimes for over a decade, people struggle with diarrhea. Just know that oftentimes there are things that we can do to help with this, and our clients often can get relief from both ends of this, the diarrhea and the constipation. So then we have these couple of subtypes. The first one, that really odorous, floating stool, which can be a sign of diarrhea or fat malabsorption. That can have different possible root causes to it. And then the other is undigested food particles. Now, there are some foods like corn that nobody fully digests and absorbs. Different fibers are meant to pass through, but if somebody is seeing a lot of different types of foods and things in their stool, that can be a sign of something going on higher up that's preventing the proper absorption of the food. So let's move back up to the 1 to 7 on this chart. And really where you want to be, what a healthy stool is that 3 to 4. You should be having at least 1 formed bowel movement a day, 1 to 3. If you're eating a lot of produce, a lot of plant products, you're going to have more stool because you're eating more fiber. A lot of that fiber is not getting absorbed, it's passing through, and so you're going to have just more quantity of stool. As long as it's formed, sinking, that's healthy and normal. Now, Chinese medicine doctors or acupuncturists will say that the perfect poo looks like a snake. It looks like a snake in the bowl. It's fine if it might break, but the 3 to 4 is really what you're trying to go for. And if you find yourself swinging too far to the top of the chart or the bottom of the chart, then that's something that we should use as information again, along with all the symptoms that you might be experiencing, to kind of pull together this whole picture and figure out what those root causes might be. Because as Hippocrates has said, who's known to be the founder of modern medicine, is it all starts in the gut. And that's certainly what we see at Oswald Digestive Clinic too, is if we can improve gut health through using food modification, really targeted, high quality professional supplements and lifestyle changes, we a lot of times see symptom improvement with things that people had no idea might have been related to the gut, because the gut is so important for nutrient absorption. Nutrients are really important for processes in the body to function properly, for our Krebs cycle to function properly, our electron transport chain, and all these different things that we certainly want optimized so that we can just feel our best and live the best life possible.